Hi friends. Probably you are here to just learn a little bit more about the Intuitive Rebirth Method. So I thought I would just give some information about it, a bit of an overview, and also I'm going to share my personal story with the work in a separate video that I'll record and also post. So the Intuitive Rebirth Method is a framework that was established by Rhiannon Hines, who is an incredibly gifted Australian woman who is a channel. She is a beautiful channel. And so she has created this framework, and it's called Intuitive Rebirth, and it is a combination of channeling, of intuitive energy healing, and subtle hands-on healing like Reiki or angelic healing. And the really beautiful piece about this work is that it really, as a practitioner, it allows you to really respond to the energy that's present in the session and hold really deep intentions around doing the deepest work that can be done in that container. And so as a channel, I'm able to spend some time before our session channeling what energies might be ready to be purged or lifted or changed, transmuted, moved. And I'm also able to see what needs to be activated, what needs to be initiated. And so this is the work that I do before we meet, and I do this pre-channeling and do some self-study around what I think might need to be cleared in the session. And then once we meet, we're able to drop into a container together that is really supported by the divine, by our guides, and by angelic healers, beings in other realms, ascended masters. All of these beings are present in these spaces because we are working in unconditional love. That is the guiding presence in these sessions. And so once the session gets started, we drop in, energy moves. In that space, there are initiations and activations that come in. There is subtle hands-on healing and grounding. And that is pretty much the framework for what this energy session would look like. And the thing that's very important to think about before booking into this type of session is that this is very different from an energy work session. So if you've gotten Reiki in the past, or you've been, if you've done some vocal toning or some angelic healing, these type of subtle, energy methods. Sorry, there's a bee flying. These type of subtle energy methods, this work is so different, and it's different because it really requires your full presence, your full participation. And the beauty here, friends, is that the container is sacred and safe, and it really allows whatever is ready to be lifted out at that time to be lifted out. There's no pressure, there's no pushing. A lot of times there are big releases and big activations, but that's not the intention of the session. So where energy work, traditional energy work, is very, you sort of close your eyes and meditate, you receive. This is really different. It's very dynamic, and you really need to be engaged. And the other piece about this work that is true is that sometimes really big things can be transmuted in these spaces. Really big energies can change and move. And when that happens, what that might look like after the session is that you're suddenly aware that things that used to be part of your life don't feel good anymore. Your job or your partner, where you're living, the type of clothes you wear, your hairstyle, everything energetically might be stale, or it might be like, wow, I'm really aligned now into these things. But there is an opportunity for a really big transmission, a really big clearing, a really big activation. And so you really have to be committed to embodying your highest, truest, most authentic self, because there is going to be a ripple out into the spaces of your life. And so that's why I think it's really important to be sure that you're really ready for this type of work. And when you are, you know you are. Yeah, you just know. And so if you have any questions about the Intuitive Rebirth Method, I would be happy to answer them. Reach out to me, we can get connected. And I hope this has been helpful as an overview for what this type of work would look like.